Right now, taking a live look at weather with our chief meteorologist, Dan Cianca.
Live
You're
and in
live
person.
And I was going to say, and in person.
You won't get more live than this, Veronica.
We're glad we have you alive with us, Dan.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. We are going to take a quick look at Julia, though, because there's something interesting I wanted to talk about with Julia. Sir, it is a tropical storm. It is currently right along the coast of El Salvador right now. So looking at a tropical storm, 40-mile-per-hour sustained winds. Now, Julia actually formed in the Atlantic Basin. Okay, so that's basically an area defined by the Caribbean, the Gulf of Mexico, and the North Atlantic Ocean. That's called the Atlantic Basin. That whole area has a whole list of names for tropical cyclones when they develop. But there are many areas across the planet that also have lists, including the East Pacific, where it is now, the Central Pacific, basically the waters around Hawaii, and many others. West Pacific, South Pacific, the South Indian, the Bay of Bengal, and the Arabian Sea all have their own lists for tropical cyclones. So the East Pacific, where Julia is now, already had its J storm this year. It was Javier, and that occurred like a month ago. It was a while ago. We're already on the R-named storm in the East Pacific, and that'll be Roslyn if it does form. But there's a little peculiarity about these things. If a system, a tropical cyclone, moves from one basin to another while retaining its or maintaining its tropical characteristics, it gets to keep its name when it moves into the new basin. Now, if it loses its tropical characteristics, it might just be a grouping of showers. It's not really spinning anymore. There's no real center of circulations, but then redevelops into a tropical cyclone, then it would get a new name. But this has already happened twice this year, Bonnie and now Julia, which is a little bit out of place, naming-wise, in the East Pacific this year. Now, Julia, again, will continue to lose some strength as it moves along the coast of El Salvador and perhaps Guatemala. The wind threat is very low, storm surge threat is very low, but rain threat is high. There will be flooding across this portion of Central America into the day tomorrow, unfortunately, for those locations. But Julia, probably not a named storm too much longer, which I guess is some good news as it rains itself out. Back here on the West Coast, no tropical things to talk about. The monsoon is still going across the desert Southwest, although we've calmed down a little bit tonight. And we're sitting under high pressure. It's weakened a little bit today. We've seen the marine layers start to deepen. Actually started yesterday. It started deepening. We got the drizzle machine going. It was wet in North Salinas this morning. It was probably wet in your neighborhood around the coast as well. Many locations showing 1/100 of an inch on the preset map in the morning. But there is a weak area of low pressure which is coming down the coast right here, and it's going to pass by us overnight into tomorrow and then just set up shop across the Southern California Bight, which is a name for this curved section from the Mexico border to around Santa Barbara, by the way. Now, to the north of that, a ridge of high pressure will set up and will be in this block.